welcome to Into the Mysts, a D&D 5e Dragon Rider Feywild campaign brought to you by our lovely friends here at Roll20. So thank you to them for the resources they have provided us. I am your GM, Steven, and with me today, we have some lovely faces. One face who has been here before on one of our Feyforge Academy streams. So why don't you say hi first, Eris?
Oh, hi, I'm Eris Savad. My pronouns are she, her. I make things and roll a lot of dice.
And then we have three new faces to the stream who we're really excited to have. So let's say hi, Connie.
Hey everyone, I'm Connie, pronouns they, he, and she. I'm excited to be here on Feyforge Academy and ride some dragons and enter some mists.
Yeah. Norden Ali.
Hey, I'm Norden Ali Kadir. Some people may know me as Werewolf. My pronouns are he, him, and I literally cannot wait.
And last, we have our good friend Gnome. Literally years. It's been literal years. We've been trying to make this happen. We did it. Oh no.
Rip. There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're gonna do that again. My name's Gnome. You can read the captions. I'm excited to be here. It's been a year. How long have we been here? Yeah, it's been a year. There we go. Done. Nailed it.
So a couple things real quick before we get started. We have a standard here that I just put in the chat about respect. So if you're here, you have just entered into a social contract with the streamers and everyone else in chat that you will not be bigoted. There will be no racism, sexism, homophobia, any forms of discrimination and hate. Our mods will kick you out immediately, and you won't. We don't give second chances for that stuff. So there's that. And the other thing is, if you love seeing these faces and you want to help support the content that's being made, and you are not a fan of kind of what has been happening on Twitch, and you don't feel comfortable using subs or bits, there's a couple links in there for you as well to our Ko-fi, and you can donate straight through Streamlabs. But that's a way that we as a channel get to pay these wonderful people for lending their talents and skills, because those of you who play TTRPGs and run shows know it's a lot more than just showing up and playing a game. And these four put a lot of thought and care into their characters, and y'all are about to go on a fun adventure. And with that, I think, are y'all ready to go into the mists? Okay. So this Feywild adventure is happening in the world of Avastria, which is the world that the Feyforge Academy takes place, and this game is actually going to, wow, my lighting is so bad. This game actually has the potential to affect our podcast that we release weekly, and potentially other streams that happen. So everything that has shown up on this channel is all entwined. So to give you all first-timers here a little background, let's jump into it. So, Avastria is an old world, one once filled with magic and wonder of both the Feywilds and celestial planes. Fey, celestials, and mortals all walked amongst the planes together, sharing magic both divine, fey, and arcane amongst one another. But mortals grew jealous of the gods from the other realms. 4 of them, who called themselves the Ascended, found other planes, other sources of magic, and corrupted the world of Avastria, taking free will, bringing destruction, warping and breaking the natural cycles of life and death, making all fear the shadows. A war followed, a war that left the gods weakened, perhaps dead, but the Ascended defeated. That victory came at a price that the material plane paid. Magic was ripped from the world. The Fey gods isolated themselves, closed portals to their realms, removed all whimsy and wonder from the material planes, keeping it for themselves, and used it to sustain their realms. And it allowed the Fey peoples to live on. And it's here that we will begin our tale. The mysterious feywilds, home to wondrous, whimsical, mysterious magic, with denizens who are rarely what they seem. Danger, adventure, and wonder lay around every corner. This place is a mystery to anyone from another plane. Time flows differently within the feywilds. Locations can change. But more complex than even the place itself are those that live in the feywilds. You may have heard it said that there is a Seelie and an Unseelie court, a shadow and a light in the feywilds. That is a terrible mislabeling and a simplification of the life here. There are courts, true, but far more than two, and all have a little light and a little shadow within them. Especially since the Fey gods went dormant, after the time of lore when we split our planes from that of the mortals. But you aren't here for history. You're here for a tale, for wonder. So let me tell you a story of dragons and their riders, of excitement and bonds. Let me tell you what happened when 4 riders went into the mists. So the 4 of you, we begin on the edge of a cliff, of one of the Isles of Mist. These strange islands that are held aloft by mists somehow. You 4 souls have been drawn to this point, the edge of the Court of Winds, overlooking this thick mist that has enshrouded the area beyond your realm, as long as any of you can remember, that no one can enter and nothing has left from. Next to each of you is a dragon, perched elegantly in each of their own ways. You 4 are the Suruvere, or Windbonded, individuals who have forged a unique bond with a dragon and follow the magic of the Feywilds wherever it takes them. So as the 4 of you are sitting on the edge of this island, hundreds of feet above the ground below, I want each of you to describe yourself, what you look like, what your character is thinking as they overlook this place that they're charged to explore, and how they interact with their dragon. And is there anyone who wants to go first, or am I going to start calling on people?
I don't mind going first.
All right, go for it.
All right, y'all are gonna see a lithe, tomboyish person standing at the edge of this precipice. They've got this short white hair slicked back with a couple of flyaway strands, very artfully produced from their scalp. And they've got this light brown skin. She's wearing a translucent rainbow shawl that shows off a bare torso with top surgery scars, and no nipples. And you also see a rime of these iridescent snake scales extending from his upper throat all the way down to his clavicle. And finally, Jiang Yueshe, our lovely Yuan Ti sorcerer / bard, their eyes are bright blue with vertically slit pupils like a snake's. And they're currently perched on the edge. They're standing. I think they're like doing like low-key like doing glamour shots from like the wind and the mist like rushing up, and they're like turning to their dragon Sing, which is this pure dark void dragon with like within the depths of their scales like you see these glimmering almost like cosmic flares and pulses, right? And Sing is just licking a claw, very unaffected, and you're saying, so how do I look? Good? Do I look good? What do y'all think, folks?
I think that brings us to me, actually, turning, probably fluttering just above Yuang's shoulder. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
Yue. My apologies. I'm just making sure I have this phonetically on my sheet. Yue. Probably near, very, very close, you see a small fairy who looks similar to most pixies. They have bright yellow and orange hair in for lack of better terms, fun buns. Their wings are almost halfway between a butterfly and a dragonfly, where there's 3 sections, but they're very butterfly-esque. They are orange and yellow with green in the back of them. They have mid tan skin and green drapey fabric just around them, belted very simply at the waist. It looks very much like leaves, but not quite. There's something different about it. Fluttering close by to them is a tiny dragon, which is a fairy dragon as well. Bright red, almost kind of like doing little barrel rolls in the air excitedly, just kind of waiting to go. And Puck turns to Yuang and says,
Oh, well, I think that you look absolutely fabulous. Oh, I think that there might be just a thing right here.
and like just takes like a speck of dust and just like brushes it off just right above your brow ridge.
There you go. Very, very, very beautiful. I think you look absolutely you.
Oh, thank you, Puck. Oh, how'd that get there? I can always count on you to be my fabulous stylist. I appreciate it.
The void dragon leads over and says, Puck, that is a very fine job you've done. Yue, fabulous.
I think you're gonna hear the voice of a much elderly man who is probably perked up and curled in the tail of this large, lithe, mithril dragon. And from kind of like buried underneath, perhaps for warmth, he just says, "He who stares into the water's reflection too long misses the world around them, Yue."
What water? I just see mist.
And a little chuckle is kind of emitted as he pushes himself up and kind of props himself up with this curved wooden staff that at the end of it is this massive metallic crescent moon. Very sharp around the edges, although chipped away from years and years of use. He is about an 8-foot tall, hunched over, kind of bony, and yet still somehow muscular bugbear. His skin is graying, the fur is graying, having once been a luscious brown, and he on top of his head is some sort of skull of a wildebeest with ornate petals and flowers, as well as feathers that just kind of adorn throughout. Oh my gosh, stop. Sorry. He has this kind of chunky graying beard that is just thick and somewhat unkept. Around his broad shoulders, helping keep him warm, are pieces of leather that are cut to look like varying colors of autumnal leaves. Very pink, very red, orange, and yellows. His chest is bare. He wears these kind of robe bottoms, very nice and warm, very comfortable, held together by thick ropes. And he just kind of pushes himself up and and just shakes his head. Oh, I miss the days of youth.
Well, I'm sure you got a lot of youth still in you, man. You just gotta trust yourself. Kind of standing up from a crouch is a bird, a 6-limbed bird, standing at about 6 feet tall, large for his species, with a wingspan that, if it extended, would be even larger than he is a gigantic Aarakocra. Muscular, but not too much, with a very overdeveloped chest, leather covering forming kind of like a breastplate on top with matching greaves and matching bracers. and a tunic of a pale blue that leaves his legs open to move. Their back is of a cool brown shade that extends over their face, leading to a very sharp, very long beak to the end of this pyramidal face. Two crests of feathers appear on either side of their head that expand and contract depending upon their mood, and their eyes shine like the stars. Their belly and the inside of their wings, though, are all the colors of an aurora, as if to see them in the night sky, one would think an aurora is traveling. And as they clutch their talons over the hilt of their short sword, their upper talons, not their lower talons, both of whom have like grayish, sort of blackish ribbed skin over it, they say through their chipped and scarred beak, "I think we're going to do just fine."
Amazing. So,
I forgot the dragon.
oh yeah, you do have a dragon. That's true. That's a good
It's true.
point.
I have a dragon. Beside him, compact and muscular, is a dragon that is very different, often spotted around this area. Instead of scales, it's covered in fur, except for the webbing between its wings. It's white and blue and covered in scales, covered in fur. Its eyes glow golden, and its teeth are almost external to the face. You can see them, and they're very, very sharp. Its two burgeoning horns are slowly growing, just slowly, on the top of its head. Compared to the other dragons who are like elegant and noble, he's kind of just moping. He wants to get started. Cons like that.
Rolls his eyes at most things that everyone says. So as the 8 of you overlook this mist, you feel a strong gust of wind. Now on these islands up high where you are, wind is normal. Being a part of the Court of Winds, you know that the leader of your courts, the Lady of the Winds, kind of deals in this magic that there's always wind swirling, but this is different. This is powerful, and this is, instead of swirling, this is directional. It pushes from behind you, pushing you forward into this mist. And while in the distance you've started to see mountains appear for the first time, you watch as it actually almost splits this mist, and it opens to this forest that's dense. You see thick groves of trees that are just a little different than the forests that you've experienced, that are near you in the Feywilds. Even in your exploration, they have similar colorings. There's blues and greens and pinks and violets, very beautiful. But the trees look cold, almost as if they've been hibernating, and are shivering a little bit. Beyond that, you see movement of something that is perhaps alive, which goes against everything that you've ever been taught, that there's nothing in the mists. There's nothing, no one can enter the mists. There shouldn't be anyone there. What do you do?
Caution to the wind, my friends. The mists are calling, and we must answer their call. And Yure's got to turn around, place her hands over the back of her head, wink and do like a little salute gesture and say, "See you down there." And she's going to fall backward off the cliff. And sing, her dragon's going to sigh and like flutter up, I think, and fly down to catch her as she falls.
The three of you would hear, "I hate it when she does that. I could at least get a warning," and jumps down with a big flap, and Gus and goes. You see Sing pick up Yue, and they start flying down together. Are y'all following?
Yeah. It's more like One last adventure, huh, Norg? And just kind of like clanked his padded hand against the giant metal dragon, and the two of them just kind of like slowly move together and slip off the cliff.
Yeah, I imagine Norg like also being a little older than the rest of these dragons. Like you hear the metal like creaking, almost like that like shrill sound of metal against metal, like okay. I'm curious. I'm our two flying friends. I'm curious as to how you interact with your dragons flying down. Do either of you try to ride your dragons?
No.
Puck is actually just a bit bigger, not very much, but just tiny bit bigger than their dragon. So riding the dragon would be very bad idea. Also, the dragon, as everybody else starts flying down, the dragon just takes off after, and Puck goes,
Oh, Tricks! No, you got it. Like, oh,
and we'll start just flying down to looking like a beraggled parent following their toddler who's just following the rest of the crew because everybody else is flying down. Let's just go.
Yeah, like jumping off the cliff so he can glide probably beside Puck as they go down. I just call out to Khan, come on, the wind's great.
You don't tell me what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just suggesting it. Come on, little dude.
And Khan waits maybe a good 45 seconds and is slowly trailing the back. If you can imagine what a dragon would look like if they had a hoodie on and their and their shoulders slumped, like fine. I'm flying behind you. You do all make it down. You had to drop about 300 feet into this forest. As your feet touch the ground, it's cold and damp. This mist has kept this place in whatever state it is for a long time. As you walk in, I am going to ask Yue, because it felt like they were first down. I'm going to ask you to make a perception check.
Oh boy. Well, listen here, friends. I've got a -1 wisdom
First
for
roll
good
of the game.
reason.
First roll of the game.
I'm smart, but not very wise. Okay, perception. Let's go.
Oh,
What is that?
The 17.
God.
good number.
Dang. Starting off strong. So as you look and you get your first glimpse of the forest, there is magic. And you all live in the Feywilds, so you're used to the winds of magic that blow through. You're used to it being very present. Something here is thicker. Almost like as you're walking through and you move your fingers through the air, you see just like a glimmer of magical power that glows blue and green. You see the trees almost start to move to your presence, sort of concerned, I would say, if trees could give an emotion with their stance. Not like the roots aren't pulling up and moving to the side, but just like the trunks pull back a little bit. As one of them, maybe 30 or 40 feet in, pulls back, you see this small little, almost gnome-like creature, but it's feathered and has wings. It's only about 3 feet tall. The feathers are this like magenta and blue, this beautiful speckled pattern. Almost like a little ranger getup, leather armor, some sacks to carry their things, a small little bow, and you see their eyes go wide and dive behind the tree again.
Okay. At this point, has the rest of my party touched down?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna slide off of seeing and like pat their like void-ridden like neck. Thank you for indulging me, darling. Mwah.
Mwah. The pleasure is mine.
Oh, Taza, and the rest of you, hello, welcome down here. Aren't the trees here fabulous? It feels like they're whispering to us, trying to tell us secrets no one else knows. Also, there's a weird little gremlin creature. Yay over there.
For a place that was supposed to have nothing here, there seems to be a lot here. And can I look in that direction?
What
Nice.
specifically are you looking for? The creature?
Yeah, or like any signs of some sort of creature, whether it be like droppings, footprints, stuff like that.
Yeah, why don't you roll me an investigation check or a survival check, your choice.
Oh, let's do survival.
You have guidance if you need it.
Do you have guidance? Let's see. Did it? It's a flat out 10.
10?
10.
You have to adjust. It's a little foggy. The long distance is a little harder for you in your age, but you do also think you see some movement in the general direction that Yue pointed. As far as more signs of life, it looks like a forest. You can hear the occasional chirp of birds. You hear insects. It's very much alive in here.
I think I tried to alight onto a tree,
Mhm.
and take the trees are trying to tell us something. That's what I heard. So I think by landing on one, I'm just gonna take a good look at them and ask if they need anything.
Um, hmm. As you land, it shudders. Just briefly. There's no voice that comes out of the tree,
Because it's a tree.
but it does sort of, some of its branches seem to shift and close off where you came from. It can't stop you from going anywhere, but it's almost like it's trying to funnel you in.
They're trying to lead us into sort of direction. Can I
Deeper
see?
into the mists?
Well, I mean, that's where the fun is, obviously.
Obviously.
Can I see if I can find this little gremlin creature?
Yeah. Roll an
perch?
investigation.
And
You can with the perch and Yue and Taza both kind of pointing out the general direction. You can roll that with advantage.
Ooh, nice. I can click the advantage button. One's a 9 and one's a 13.
Okay. Yeah, so with a 13, you see that this creature has actually flittered up onto a branch as well and is looking down at the rest of the group. It doesn't seem to notice you initially, but it's wide-eyed, just staring.
What's up, little friend?
They look at you and sort of jump with a start and have to flitter back up to their trees. Where did you come from?
I point at the direction of the cliff. Somewhere
As
about
you-
that way.
As you point, the mist has closed off again, and you can't actually see where you came from. No one comes from that way. How did you come from that way?
They opened up for us.
How is that possible? That's impossible. That's okay. Okay. So, are you friends?
I mean, totally. If you want to be friends, we can be friends. My name's Donick. Over there, you got Toza, you got Yue, and you got Puck. Down there, that's Trix. You probably can't see him. He's really small, but he was very sensitive about it. Don't mention it. And then there's Khan. There's Khan and
That's
Sing.
canon.
Khan and Sing and I forgot. No, remind me the name of your dragon.
Norg.
And Norg.
Oh, so I noticed that those are dragons, and you have names with the dragons, and they're friends also.
I mean, Khan's not really a friend. He's more like my charge. I rescued him when he was just a hatchling. He's a bit edgy.
More like I rescued you.
Really? Of course, little dude, whatever you say. He was an egg.
That was a very special egg.
Yeah, you were.
Okay, well, my name is Elion. And I guess it's cool that you're here. I'm lost.
In the
Oh,
mist?
hey, so are we. We have no idea where we are.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So why did you come then?
The mist invited us, kinda.
Oh.
So usually it stays in place, but sometimes recently it's got a bit shifty looking. So with the change in wind patterns, we decided to mosey on down.
Okay, that's a choice that you can make. I guess I've been noticing it's been changing here too. I don't know if that's good or bad though, but you seem strong. Would you help me?
Yes, but and I turn to my party like with a look like, come on, let me have this for a price, Elian. Of course, for not for gold, not for gold, friends, but for a little bit more information.
Elian can just see the crests on on Donnick's head just recede. Like I have embarrassment.
Hey, this is our first mist denizen we're running into, and who knew that denizens even lived in the mist? We've got to get a little something for our something, you know what I mean?
No.
Elian flutters down. Is really more eye level with Puck than anyone else. And this, well, I don't have much, but I guess I could try to help you somehow.
I just have a few questions. Elian, how did you get here? Things aren't supposed to live down here. How long have you been lost here? Is there anything dangerous about these woods? And where's all the magic coming from? So I can have some of that, please?
That was a lot of questions.
Yeah, just slow it down a little bit. Start off with the first one, and then once he answers that one, then you can go to the second and then the third.
All right. What was my first question? Sing, what was it again? I've said so many things.
I believe it was how long have you been lost?
Yes, let's start with that.
I can't remember.
Okay, memory eroding mist check. Any dangerous things in these woods, darling?
Oh yeah.
Okay, freaky beasts check. And Sing, what was the third question I had? I feel like it was the most important one. Right.
Void remembers, or Sing remembers, but the GM doesn't.
That's right. I think Sing nods and transmits it telepathically.
Yeah.
That's how we can work around it. Right. Do you feel magic pulsing in the mist, pulling on the weave all around you, Elian? Do you?
Oh, I mean, it feels pretty normal to me.
Where does it come from?
Where does what come from?
The magic. The mist, there has to be an origin.
Oh, that's far beyond anything I know. I just try to survive and help my family and my home.
You've got family down here?
Well, yeah. Doesn't everyone come from a family in some way?
I alight down next to next to Khan, and I place like a protective hand on his head.
He shies away a little bit. Yeah, I've lived here my whole life. I assume that like where you all came from, you came from a place where other people also live.
We do. Friends. And I turn to the rest of the party and I lean in and I whisper, but like loud enough for Elian to hear. Like talking about them while they're still here.
Wait, are you stage whispering?
I am. Does anyone else find it odd that this little furry gnome creature, Puck, by the way, maybe you want to make something for them so they don't look kind of disheveled? No offense.
Puck has
Oh.
already been looking them over and trying to figure out what their style would be. So they're very distracted at this point. They hear their name, they're like,
Oh, what was that?
Clothes, gnome, furry, wings.
Yes, I'm aware.
I have clothes already. Thank you.
Do you
Oh,
like
you weren't supposed to hear that.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
like your clothes? Do you want
I-
better clothes?
I mean, how could they possibly be better? They clothe me and they're functional.
Yes, but do
There's
they feel like
pockets.
you?
No, they don't feel like me because I feel like this. And they start pinching their face.
Yes.
And
yes.
my clothes feel sort of like this, like a little different than me.
Okay. Okay. We can work with this. Yes.
Okay.
Um.
Y'all are making me feel kind of weird, I have to be honest.
It's because we are probably very weird to you. How about let's try to get you home? Tell us about home.
Well, I remember that it was a place that I really liked. I seem to remember that it was in danger. And I remember that someone said they could help me. And we have these really nice little houses in some of the trees. The trees are very friendly. They lended us some branches and stuff. And so we made these nice little homes. Be nice to the trees. That would be, since you're new here, that would be smart. Um, and then I don't know. But I have a home. I know it.
I'm gonna. Does you guys have?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna do something, but yeah, I want you to go first.
I'm gonna look down at the ground and then I'm gonna look up at the trees because I know that I tend to leave slight talon marks even when I'm being gentle, both on the ground and on a branch. So I'm gonna look for footprints matching this guy and try and trace them back to where he came from.
Okay. Roll a survival check.
Of course, got a +5 to this.
Oh yeah.
23.
23.
Ooh.
You do find little tracks. They're more interspersed, as it seems like Elian uses her wings more than anything. But kind of being a flying creature as well, you have at least an idea of how someone with wings would travel. They go in a circle.
Okay, little friend. How long have you been like walking in circles for? How long have you been away from home?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't remember.
Okay, that's okay. Gonna be just fine. I look at Toza, just
For once, my memory is significantly better.
Which is a problem.
Well,
While the two of you are talking, I think Yue is like walking in a wide circumference around the footprints that go in a circle, and it's just sort of like sniffing the air, like placing a scaled palm like on nearby trees, and just trying to discern what kind of magic is at work here. If that's like an Arcana check or something, I'm like just trying to like figure out like why this person has lost all memory of how they got here.
Okay. Why don't you roll an Arcana check?
Okie dokie. Let's take a look here. That's a 24. That was a nat
Ooh.
20.
Dang. Y'all are rolling good. So from what you sense of the nature around you, you don't feel like it would necessarily be responsible specifically for what's happening. So living in the feywilds, knowing some of the other courts, having explored, you know that oftentimes deals are made, and all deals have a price. And it seems like this little they're called a flithidir, is this almost gnome-like winged creature. This little flithidir that kind of rings in the back of your head. It's like they were scared about their home, trying to protect it, and now they don't remember very much about it.
As this is all coming together for you, I pause in front of the party again and I sort of say, in like my like monologuing, gesticulating style, a number of years ago, back when I was first on the circus track performing, a couple of people approached me about sponsoring me. They wanted me to sign my life away on a contract, and I said, no, I'm not going to take this wicked bargain, but it appears. And I peek over like the back of this person, this new person's back, and I like draw like a hand along their shoulders. You, and I walk my fingers along their shoulders, did not make the same decision, my friend. And I turn to the other PCs and I relay the information I found.
As you say that, you mention a deal. You see their eyes, something kind of changes. A little bit of magic swirls around them. Like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did do that. Now that you mention it.
Who did you barter with?
Well, there's some people. I don't. I can't. I can picture the room. I don't remember their name, but
If I were going to guess, it's probably that, your deal precludes you mentioning their name. But if you describe everything that you can picture.
Okay. Yeah. So I remember there were 3 of them. And this makes a lot more sense now. I remember them saying that they would help me, but I had to give up some memories. And then I remember a room. And in that room, it's surrounded by water. And then floating in the middle of the room was a door. Oh, and they gave me this. And it's a map.
That could be very helpful.
And the map goes in a circle.
That could be very not helpful.
You are muted.
You mentioned that the trees you gotta be nice to them, right? Okay, so I go over to like the nearest tree and I gently pat its root and I say, "Hello, friend tree. Could you please point us in the direction of this person's home if you know it, or maybe a direction you think we could go and find some other people?"
Roll a nature check.
Oh, well.
Please take us to someone who does have memory, please.
Hey, why is that giving me a plus?
Do any of you take the map? Taza, did you actually grab it?
Yeah, probably.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh. I'm so good at Arcana.
Can I roll Arcana to help?
Arcana. This map just goes
I
in
will-
a circle. Why would
I mean,
they
this
is not a
use
natural one.
papyrus font?
Yes, you can also roll an Arcana.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and be like, Taza, maybe let's see. Are you holding it upside down? I feel like sometimes you do that.
It's a
Let's take a look here.
circle.
I just face
There
palm a
is
little
no
bit.
upside down for a circle.
Another nat 20.
Another nat 20. I kid you not.
There is a way that some of the writing on this is written that reminds you of some magic you've seen that disguises.
Ooh, I have a spell. Ooh, I've got magic. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna pull out another piece of parchment from my equipment. I'm gonna sing. I need a table. Do you mind?
Of course. Lays down their wing flat
Yeah.
and stiff.
I place the empty piece of paper next to the map and I cast Scribe, which allows me to create a copy of a written work. I never thought I was going to have to use this, but by placing a blank scroll, book, or page near the work I'm copying, all the writing illustrations in the original reproduces itself in the new document in my handwriting. Magical properties aren't reproduced. So I'm trying to find the truth that's underneath, or something like that.
Amazing. Underneath it, there's no map. All that it says is where up is down, down is up. Only there shall you fill your cup.
Jokes and japes, we've got a riddle on our hands, friends.
How did you do that? That was amazing.
Oh, why, thank you. Please hold your praise.
Void says, it wasn't that good. Calm down. I don't know why I keep saying void because it's a void dragon. Sing.
Psh, you're just not easily impressed. You're my greatest supporter and my harshest critic, Sing.
That's my job.
Whew. Where up is down, down is up. Only there will you fill your cup. I wonder what this means. You said a room surrounded by water, didn't you?
I did say that, yeah.
Maybe we have to fill our cup there. Perhaps we should keep walking into the mists, and more of this mystery will reveal itself. What do you think, friends?
I have a question.
Okay.
I got a 22 on my nature check.
Okay. The tree responds to everything that's happening.
Sorry, a 19 on my nature check.
Oh, you rolled
Roll
guidance
20 put that in a weird way. I don't know why I did that.
because you rolled guidance on it as well.
What? Oh.
I don't know how you did that. I don't even know how to do that in roll 20, but you did.
As you kind of talk to this tree, it leans. It's sort of like an aspen style tree, so it's very thin, and it leans and seems to point a little bit to your best guess would be the east.
So to answer that question,
Oh, I think the tree says we should go that way. And the trees know the forest, right?
Looking at it, I'd say that's a bit further into the mist, my friends. Well, that's not the voice. Practice. I say that, I just say it better.
Well, I mean, you're in the mists. I don't know if you're expecting to leave them, but we don't.
So, as a wanderer, I have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and I can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I still know where the cliff is, despite the fact the mists are covering it.
Yeah, you would know where it is, but you definitely cannot see it.
Is it in the opposite direction of what?
Not directly opposite. It would be, this tree is pointing more or less east. It would be north of you.
All right. But that is still further into the mist. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Shall we continue on?
Trix is already starting to run
Oh no, Trixie! Wait,
that way,
wait,
and back to you, and then back that way.
You just wait. You stay here.
It's an adventure.
Yes, but we stay together on the adventure.
Yeah, why are you all going so slow?
Because
Come
we're
on,
not as fast
come
as
on.
you. Oh gosh, this is what I get for taking on a charge at 140. Okay.
Oh,
all
Puck,
right.
you don't look a day over 30.
Oh, I thank you.
Squishes up his fun buns.
Okay. So you're all heading that direction?
Heck yeah.
As you walk, you come along a stream. It's moving quietly. You're walking the same direction as the water. But you do notice something odd, is the landscape is going up, as is the water. As you continue along it, there's a waterfall. As you approach, it appears as though the water is going up the waterfall.
Here we
about
are.
10 feet. And then there's another cliff, and this water keeps going.
Here we are. Where up is down and down is up.
We just have to fill our cup, don't we? I pull out my water skin, and I empty what's left in it. I sort of dump it out.
I would not recommend to just go
Good.
and drink water from.
I'm
a
not
new
gonna
place.
drink from it. I'm just gonna fill my quote unquote cup, even though this is technically a water skin. I hope the trees don't mind some really good brandy. Okay.
Why would you have wasted that?
One of the trees starts wobbling a little bit.
Well, Taza, because we needed a cup, but oh dear. Oh,
Well,
that
you're
was
a
some
total
really good
lightweight.
brandy.
You're
Muted.
muted, Eris.
I would like to argue that it's probably our friend specifically because they were given the map.
Oh.
Also, we're probably gonna have to go to the top of the waterfall, the water up, the water opposite fall.
I paid 10 gold for that brandy. Oh well. I cork up the water skin again.
I've been trying to tell you to slow down. Just
Oh,
slow down.
Slowing down is for suckers and old people seeing. Isn't that right, Taza?
It's true.
So, are you heading up to the top of the waterfall? I just forgot your character's name because it's the first session. Gordon.
Yeah, I'll head up to the top of the water. I'm gonna fly up.
I believe I can fly. Sorry.
It's fine. Kind of wish I did it first, but okay.
As you get to the top of this little 10-foot waterfall, it's not very big. You look into the distance, and below the mist, above the tree line, it looks like there's a lake or a pond floating.
Floating water. We got floating water up here.
Puck and Trix probably immediately start flying up because that sounds cool.
Suppose it could be a cloud, but I don't mean a cloud. You know, like a lake, a floating lake. Yeah.
Okay, but a cloud is floating water, as is the mist. The mist is floating water. It's everywhere. We've got floating water everywhere.
In this case, I mean a lake.
Yue, did you fill your like wineskin up with water?
Yes. I sadly and very petulantly stomp over to the reverse stream and waterfall, and I like put it over like the bottom of the waterfall. I tilt it upside down so the water just flows up into it.
Yeah, it fills up.
All right, Sing. Let's go up to this lake or whatever. And I hop on Sing's back and I take a sip of the water.
It tastes like water.
I don't trust that. Can I insight check this water?
Insight check the water.
So another feature of the Wanderer
No.
background. Another feature of Wanderer, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided the land offers very small game water. And so I'm assuming I know if this is fresh water or not.
It seems to be water.
Yep, that sounds right. It's water.
Okay. Yeah, I fly on Sing up to the rest of the party.
Okay. As you carry on, you get to a place where the water is not running on the ground. This stream or river that you're flowing sort of mirrors that little waterfall you saw earlier, but it just stops. This stream of water just stops, and the water goes straight up into this lake, where it appears as though it's even splashing, almost like gravity has flipped upside down just for the water in this lake. So when it splashes down and goes back into the water, leaving ripples. What do you do?
Elian, I'm assuming one of us took Elian up, or like Elian was able to fly up with us.
Elian can fly, yeah.
Okay.
Elian's
okay.
following along.
This place look familiar to you, darling?
No, but most things don't look familiar to me right now.
Me too.
All right. Let's see how this little phenomenon works. If I start dying or glitching out or anything like that, one of you save me, okay? I'm gonna hop off Sing, and I'm gonna approach the upside down lake, where the gravity seems to reverse itself, and like slowly put my hand out to see if I also get reversed up.
You do not. You start to fall, and Sing flies down and catches
Okay.
you.
Okay. Sorry, I thought there was a landing. My bad.
I whisper to Puck, "What's a glitch?"
I'll have to tell you later. It's a bit private.
Oh.
Not that kind of glitch, Puck. Oh, thank you, Sing. That certainly didn't go the way I thought it would.
Well, we learned something new today, so that's good. And I like reach out with a wing to kind of like high five, but you don't have a wing. Well, that's sad.
To high five me?
Yeah.
I think I have a tail. I bring the tail up and I slap it against your wing.
Cool, tail it. Nice.
So as you all are there, kind of playing with the water, the UA cries out, this swarm of fuchsia starts to fly towards you in the forest, or from the forest. and I am going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Yes. That's just a dex check, right?
Yes,
Or-
unless you have any modifiers from feats or something like that.
Okay.
How do I roll initiative
How?
on Roll20? Help.
It should
Just
have.
click initiative.
Yeah, there should be a box on your character sheet that says initiative.
Why is it adding 0.7? Okay.
It adds your dex score in case there's ties.
Mm.
So like 13.1 or 13.19 that I got for the little swarm or whatever. Oh, I guess y'all aren't on the page that I'm on, but it doesn't really matter. I will go do it over here. There we go. So we have I'm going to spell your character's name wrong, and I don't want to do that. UA.
Initiative is just dex, no proficiency, right?
Correct. Unless there's a couple feats that can modify that. But
I'm wondering why it says to add +6, but I figured it out. No worries.
So your dragons will go on your same turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just to simplify that. Too many things. There we go. Taza. And we have okay. UA 10.
I'm just saying, whoever smelt it, dealt that.
Because you brought it up first, Taza, doesn't that mean you...
Your wits are here today.
I hope these things aren't menacing. I hope they're friends.
You know, with the right choices, anyone can become a friend.
I mean, we all have friend dragons. That's
and 17. Okay. So Puck, you see this large swarm, probably hundreds of little flying creatures, moving very quickly, almost like a school of fish, where they are. They almost have some sort of mind moving them together in unison. They're at this point maybe 60 feet away from you.
Puck says, "Oh, hello, new possible friends. Hi. Do you know which direction there's a settlement nearby?"
Puck is essentially going to try to talk to them first. I might be first in initiative, but Puck would rather talk.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Initiative doesn't have to mean fighting.
Yep. So Puck's just gonna call out and try to ask the swarm for directions, essentially.
Why don't you give me a persuasion check?
I'm so good at this. Hey. Okay. Why is it giving me a guidance still? I don't know how it's still rolling guidance. Oh, I see it there. Why is that in there? Okay, so it's 17.
I wonder if that's left over from Winds and Whispers.
I found it under my tool proficiencies and also under my saves for some reason. It was checked.
As you yell out, I'll have them respond to whatever happens on their turn. But you do yell out, and Donich am I saying that right?
Donick.
It is your turn. As you hear your little fairy friend ask for directions.
I'm just gonna hold an action. If they attack me, I'm attacking back.
Fair enough. as these creatures move forward, uh, you hear almost in unison these really like high-pitched squeaky voices, but a chorus of them say, go south. And then they continue to move towards you. They wrap around all of you. And I need everyone to make a certain saving throw. I believe it's a wisdom saving throw as they move around all of you. It's almost hard to look away from them.
I'm going to use my guidance for this, I think.
And I will say, as they continue to move forward,
Yeah.
I will let you, since you said you were holding an action to see if they attack, I'm willing to let you interpret what they're doing however you would like to.
I don't think they're attacking just yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna Tides of Chaos. My definite like 5. So I'm gonna reroll that.
Okay.
If that's okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Guidance is a D4, right?
Yes, guidance
Okay.
is a D4.
So that's a
And
9.
I'm also gonna add guidance.
Doing great, folks. Doing great.
Okay, that's a 14 total after my guidance as well.
Okay. I believe that passes. So anyone who rolled under a 13, you are essentially under the effects of hypnotic pattern. As this swarm of these creatures, and as you get up close, they look like birds, but they've got like an elven narrow face to them. They move beautifully, kind of swirling around you as though they're one creature. And Yue, you would see your friends start to daze out in an unnatural fashion, staring at them, as I believe it's Taza and Donick and Taza and Donick both failed.
Okay. Is it my turn? Or
It is your turn.
Okay. I'm ew, get away from me. Gross. Listen, this is no way to put on a show, darlings. If you wanted to become friends, you should have just said so. And I'm gonna take in a deep breath and exhale like a massive puff of smoke from deep within my throat as I, for a bonus action, cast a puff of smoke on the swarm.
Nice.
And I'll just that's a cantrip, so I'm just gonna put that in chat.
Okay.
So that is a DC 15 dex save.
Okay. A natural 20 for a 24.
I'm going to use unluck on that to force you, if that's all right, to re-roll that.
Okay. That is that's really cool. We had talked about being a wild magic sorcerer that you wanted to roll every time you cast a spell.
Yeah, if that's okay. Roll that d20. Okay. That is a 16.
Okay, they got a 19.
God darn it. But that's okay. That's okay because on a successful save or puff of smoke, I think it's a save or suck. So I don't think it does anything if it saves.
Fails. Puff of smoke.
Yeah, it's a save or suck. Okay.
Yep.
So that's okay.
I've never heard that term and I love it.
Yeah. I am going to use an action to chromatic orb these suckers at first level. So that's going to be an attack roll.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose...
As they dodge your puff of smoke first, they just start cackling incessantly. They are having a lot of fun.
Nothing pisses me off more than people who laugh at me when they're supposed to quiver in fear. I'm gonna brandish my hand, and you see these little orbs of cold magic just spring into existence, and the air around them sort of bends with frost as mist comes off of the spell I'm starting to sling, and I'm gonna do that. So that's an attack roll, I think. And let me
Yes, it
just-
is. Spell attack roll.
I don't know how to do that through roll 20. Can I just
if you go
do
to
it?
you can just do a
Mhm.
DC add. You would be charisma plus proficiency, I believe.
Yes, it would be. So
Eight-
that would be
8 plus.
yeah.
Yeah.
7. Oh boy. How do I roll that? Chromatic orb. Here it is. Boom. Cast at what level? First level.
And 18 hits.
Okay. And it's 19 cold damage, my friend.
Okay. And roll your wild magic surge again.
Oh boy. Okay.
Because why
I-
not?
I think when they started laughing, Donick just started laughing as well. So caught up in the hypno.
What's
Amazing.
worse, you're making my friends laugh at me. Stop it. That was a 7 on the wild magic surge, but because I did use Tides of Chaos, you can just have me roll on the wild magic surge
forgot about that.
table
Yeah, let's
if you
do that.
want. Okay, I don't have it pulled up, but I will pull it up right now. Here. I think we're using the like special Feywild
Mhm,
wild
a
magic.
special Feywild.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I have to find it in our chat history because I totally
Oh.
forgot I have to do that.
Yeah, I can pull it up pretty quick.
Just
Okay.
to be clear, there's a lot of cool, fun things that we're playing around with right now. It's pretty amazing.
Oh yeah.
There is.
It's a ton of fun.
Which is there anything that you would want Void to do? What?
Yes.
Your Void Dragon is.
Oh my god,
sing.
yes. Okay. That's
Good.
fine. I feel like their nickname can be Void because I'm fine with that. Yes.
I have a character in the game I run on Wednesdays that is named Void, and my brain is really having a hard time.
As I'm just sort of like, I think you all see like frost magic just like flaring off of my body, and like the iridescent shawl that I'm wearing starts to glow a bit, and my eyes also like glow with, I think, anger. I'm mad at these little quippers, whatever they are, and I say to Sing, burn, and I'm gonna have them use their stellar flare breath.
Okay. Okay.
Which means they have to make a DC 13 dex save, but they will take half damage if they save.
Okay. And then also roll me a D100.
You got it, Fred. That is a 44.
44. And they failed their dex save.
Okay, so that's going to be 3d6 fire damage and 3d6 radiant damage.
Nice.
That I'm just going to roll on like a Google roller, if that's okay. Fire damage is going to be 12.
Okay.
And radiant damage is going to be 6.
Remember those for me for a second. I'm looking up 44.
Okay.
A seagull appears. It swoops down and attempts to steal a weapon from the nearest hostile creature. They can keep hold of it with a strength or dexterity saving throw. If they are unarmed, they instead get pecked for 1d4 piercing damage. If no hostile creatures are nearby, the seagull lurks.
Nice!
Hold on, this is the best part. If no hostile creatures are nearby, the seagull lurks menacingly, but otherwise does not cause any trouble. So as this happens,
Golly, there you are.
a seagull appears right next to your chromatic orb and flies alongside it and pecks at one of these little creatures for an additional d4 of damage. Oh, for 4. This is a vicious,
For Max.
vicious seagull. And whoopsies.
I'm just imagining like you trying to do that during a show or something, like pulling a seagull out of the hat.
Oh, yeah.
Like, menacingly.
Oh yeah, there's a 1 in 100 chance that'll happen.
And so, what was the damage again?
12 fire, 6 radiant, and also the 19 cold. I am just pumping out damage, my friends.
Yeah. Minus 19 and minus seagull damage. And with that, Kaza, it is your turn. Hypnotic pattern doesn't typically let you make saves at the end of at a turn. I'm going to let you make saves because I don't like it when you have nothing that you can do for a minute. So
Cool.
make me a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Wisdom save. Did it go?
Yep. Okay. So as they're swarming around, you are able to get your senses, and I will say you won't get your turn this round, but your dragon can have its turn this round.
Oh, fantastic. I forgot about that we have dragons. Dragon Riders forever! So I don't have that pulled up. Let me real quick second. Everybody can see all the pretty dragons. Mithril. There we go. Cool. Popping that bad boy out. All right. Mithril dragon. I feel that Norg would be slightly annoyed by what's going on, and maybe there's no tail attack. I kind of wish that there was a tail attack. Like, can I like simulate that like the bite attack would be a tail attack?
Yeah.
Instead, just to kind of like swipe away and like bash through some of these. I feel like it would just do it. Wow, it makes one bite attack into claw attacks. That's wild. So yeah, Norg is just gonna try to slice and dice through these things, a little kind of irritated,
Okay.
like they're gnats.
Oh, these little pests.
Oh, the voice is so deep. My.
Oh my.
All right, so that is a roll 20. I know how to operate you. That's a 20 plus so that's a 12 plus 6 is 18 to hit.
That will hit
All right.
a chunk of these swarms.
Excellent. Yeah, so that's 10 damage, and then we'll roll 2 more for them little clawy attacks as he's just like scraping away. So 1, 2, not great on that one. That's a 10, and then 19 plus 6.
19 plus 6 also hits.
Okay. Oh my god, that's 14 points of slashing damage. On a hit, the target loses 3 HP from bleeding at the start of each of its turns for 6 rounds. It receives.
Amazing.
Unless it receives magical healing. The
You're
bleeding
gonna
damage is cumulative, so the target loses 3 HP per round for each bleeding wound it has taken from a mithril dragon's claws.
Amazing.
Wow.
I do need to go back in time because
Yes.
I did not give Donick the opportunity to make a wisdom save and to dragon.
That's a point. I just realized that my dragon doesn't have any actions on his sheet.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. But I went to the Cobalt Press website, instead found a small image of that. So I'm just pulling that up now. We love doing it live.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing better than doing something live. That's what I'm going to say.
The realism of playing a game.
Yeah, right?
This is
It's like
true
you're with us.
immersion.
You're at the table with us. Yeah, we're not
Right.
immersing you in the story. We're immersed. I can't say that word. I'm done.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm just going to get my 8 different D&D textbooks and put them on the table and try and flip through them quickly. No,
I've got the Tome of Beasts if you need. Let me know.
I actually did pull up a picture because luckily the Boreal Dragon is one of the dragons advertised for the Tome of Beasts on Cobalt Press's website, which means that I have it for free. So I'm going to make my wisdom saving throw first. I doubt it's going to go well.
I just put the correct one in your journal as well. This one should have a stat block.
Oh, good. If I can pull it up. Where is he? There we go. Still don't see anything. That's weird.
That's bizarre.
I mean, you can force all players to see it, and that means I'll see what you see.
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm still hypnotized. My dragon's going to use Cinder Breath.
Okay. DC 12 Dex. As you hear, I have to do everything for you. Ugh.
So it can take 40, 10, 22 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay. So roll the 23. So why don't you roll the 40-10?
Yeah, I'll roll 40, 10 for you. That's hard.
28. Nice.
14 damage to those little gnats as Khan opens his mouth and starts roasting them alive.
Okay. Now that Donna got to have their last turn, we're at the top of the round. I will say, Puck, you notice Elion is flying up towards the water, towards the lake, away from you all. And it's your turn.
Knowing what I do about creatures, Puck has traveled around. Do these seem like they're actually going to hurt the party, or are they just, playing a little trick on us?
Give me an insight check with advantage since you are all Fae and these are Fae.
Okay. Can I toggle? I can. And then an insight. 16?
They're messing with you.
Yeah. Okay. So Puck is just gonna let them play, and they're gonna follow Ilium up. I'll just because I can.
Puck is gonna be like, okay, well, you all have fun. That escalated quickly.
I'm going to use a key to take a the bonus action to do the step of the wind so that I can disengage just in case they feel like attacking me. Puck has no interest in actually fighting them. Instead, I'm going to follow Ilium. Be like,
excuse me, is there a reason why you're going that way?
Oh, well, it said fill my cup, up is down, something. I was gonna try it.
Okay. That sounds good. I'll accompany you just in case there's trouble.
And Trix, finding that this whole thing is just fun, is going to use their euphoria breath.
Okay.
Just in general, not necessarily caring who they hit. Because we're fairy dragon. They're a fairy dragon. And Puck is actually Scythe, and Scythe like Trix. And so we're totally cool with this. So yeah, just gonna use a euphoria breath. It says at one creature within 5 feet of it.
Okay. Why don't you roll me a d20, and anything above an 8 will be these creatures.
Okay.
That it hits.
2.
Okay, so you hit Taza.
Okay.
It must be 5 p.m.
So, are you okay with this? Okay, just checking. So make a DC 11 Wisdom save.
No.
Hit me with that euphoria.
Thank you, Roll20.
Blessed be.
For all your tabletop needs, go to roll20.net.
So for a minute, you can't take reactions and must roll a d6 at the start of your turn to determine your behavior. 1 through 4, you take no action, no bonus action, and use all of your movement to move in a random direction. 5 to 6, you can make another wisdom save. You don't move. That's all you can do is make another wisdom save to end the effect.
Since it's euphoric, though, I feel like you're doing all these things very happily.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that like as soon like Taz has probably been hit by this before, and
Oh,
what
absolutely.
it does is it just sends him talking to his Baba Badger, who is his great Safta, his great grandma, from the spirit realm. And so he just talks to her. So he is just babbling in Bugbarian language, having a very delightful and a bit animated conversation, just walking around aimlessly, which doesn't seem too different from when the sun goes down, to be honest.
Amazing. So at the end of your turn, Elion is able to fill up a little sack of water, takes a drink, and goes, "Oh shit!" You hear. You watch a couple things. The ground starts to grow. These vine-like creatures appear. They're each about 8 to 10 feet tall. There's 3 of them, and from the lake above, this animated lightning bolt, this living piece of electricity, says in this crackly voice, "No one drinks my water." And the lightning flies down. Where's the character sheet? Where'd you go? Character sheet? We're
You're
just
not
trying
gonna
to be
need one
friends.
after this.
Come back, character sheet. We miss you.
Flies down towards this mithril dragon, and hits it with itself essentially, for a 22, which I believe will hit our little mithril friend, for 26 lightning damage.
I don't have any other information. I don't have stats. There are no stats.
Where? What?
I have actions, traits, but no stats.
Okay. Mithril. I'll pull it out, and I will give you the information, and we'll figure out why it's doing that. It has. I said 26. Is that what's in the chat? The 26 lightning. So it has 66 hit points left, as this electricity slams into it. These other creatures do look much more threatening that have risen from the ground. And I forgot, these friends need to make concentration saves, like 100 of them. And actually, we'll say because of all the damage, so I don't have to find that on the sheet. The spell seems to be broken, and Donick, it is your turn, as you watch all of this happen.
Ooh, Donk is angry. He doesn't like his mind being messed with. So instead, I'm gonna thunderous charge. I'm gonna add that to the. There we go. So a thunderous charge is pretty cool. When with a thunderous battle cry, and it's only a bonus action, you move up to 10 feet in a straight line, make a melee weapon attack. If it hits, you can choose to either gain a +5 bonus on the attack's damage or shove the target 10 feet.
Ooh.
So I'm going to cast that at level 1. And the melee attack I'm going to do is with my short sword, which is +5. 10 to hit.
What are you swinging at?
I'm swinging at one.
The vine creatures or the swarm of birdies?
The swarm of birdies.
10 misses.
Damn it. Well, guess I'm just gonna attack normally then. Whatever. It's fine. No, it's literally fine. 18 to hit.
That does hit them.
1d6 plus 3 piercing damage. So let's roll 1d6.
So 4.
4 damage.
Okay.
Yep. I forget. Do I get a second attack as a ranger at level 2 or?
Not at our current level.
Yep.
But you do have a dragon, so
I
kind of
do have a
makes up for
dragon.
it.
It's true. It does. Let's do a bite attack.
Okay.
So some of the ones that look lightly roasted but are still alive,
Mhm.
he's going to snack.
Yeah, everyone needs a little snack.
It'll pick me up in the day. So that is +5 to hit. I'll roll a d20 plus
Okay.
5. That's 17 to hit.
That hits.
Great. One target hit 8. So d10 plus 3 piercing damage. Let's hope I get more than a 1. And just like Donic, 4 damage.
Consistency. Consistency is important.
They're really a pair, aren't they?
It is the swarm's turn. They have taken a beating. They've realized that maybe a group with a bunch of dragons was not the wisest thing to play a trick on. And they also notice the lightning and these creatures, and they begin to fly away. Since they were surrounding all of you, any of you are welcome to take a reaction that has one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Um,
Can our dragons also get a opportunity attack?
Sure. Rules is written. Why not?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the dragon first and me first. So Khan is going to hit for 8 plus 5, which is 13.
I believe that misses. Let me double check. Yes, that misses.
But I'm gonna hit for a 19.
19 very much hits.
1d6 plus 3. Don't fail me.
Hey,
That's better.
moving in the right direction.
5 damage. I think I just spear one with my sword. Just
Nice.
one.
Yeah, just one of these tiny little creatures. Yue, you're taking a reaction.
Misses. Yeah, my dragon misses. They only got an 8 to hit. I don't think
Okay.
that's gonna hit. I will use my quarterstaff though, because I hate these suckers. I have a +4 to my attack roll, so we'll see what happens. A 12.
12 total. That misses.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm just sort of I'd say, yeah, that's right. And get out of here. And I'm sort of just waving this quarterstaff in the air, and like Sing is swiping with their claws.
Okay. Taza, are you and Norg taking reactions?
Oh no. Absolutely not. Norg is hurt. And
Taza can't
Taza's
take reactions.
Oh, I
A
forgot.
Santa Sana squish banana.
Okay. And these birds fly away. They head back towards the trees, about 60 feet away. You are stuck here with these 3 large vine creatures and this living lightning bolt that just zapped Norg, and you see this mithril dragon's scales kind of glimmering with electricity. What do you do, Yue?
Okay, so how far away are the enemies?
They are all kind of appearing right around you, so they're all within 5 to 15 feet.
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is, as a bonus action, I turn to Taza and I say, Taza, snap out of it. We need you. And I'm gonna give you my bardic inspiration die, which is a d6. So if you have to make another save throw to get out of there, I'm trying to help you out here, my friend. And then for my action, I am going to cast Bane. Up to 3 creatures of my choice. I'm going to cast it at 2nd level, so 4 creatures. All 4 of these suckers are going to have to make a charisma save.
Okay. So 4 charisma saves. Believe it or not, these vines are not the most charismatic creatures in this game.
I had a feeling. Okay, so
And
1 of them
then-
saves, but 2 of them do not.
Okay. And then, stop it. There we go. The lightning bolt's not super charismatic either.
Okay, but I got a 17.
But got a 17.
So what I'm
2
going
of
to
the
do
vine creatures,
is,
correct?
Yes, I'm gonna use my magic dragon rider feat, arcane recovery. Once per day, my dragon. So what's gonna happen is as I'm, and you all see sort of these tendrils of like cold magic, like just explode out of me in a pulse, and like hit these vine creatures, and maybe like 2 of them start like rhyming up with ice, but one of them is sort of able to muster through, and like the cold is gonna sweep over this lightning thing and like not really hit it. But I'm gonna say, Sing, help me out here. And I am going to use what I'm calling arcane recovery, which once per day can transfer its breath magic to me. I regain a number of spell slots up to my proficiency bonus. So 2, I'm going to regain 2 spell slots, but I'm going to take 2d8 cold damage for that. But it's going to be halved because I have resistance to cold damage.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm going to take 1 point of damage.
Okay. I love it.
And I'm going to recover 2 spell slots, both at 2nd level, and I'm going to cast Unluck on the lightning thing with my reaction that I've regained. So that is going to be I'm going to force it to reroll the lightning thing to reroll the charisma save.
Okay. That seems like a wise choice. Charisma save, you said, correct?
Correct. Against 15.
2.
Yes. Okay. So creatures that have been baned, it's a concentration spell. So whenever they fail this saving throw, if they make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, which lasts 6 rounds, it has to roll a d4 and subtract that from its thing. Yep.
Perfect.
And to round things out, I am going to have Sing do something. I'm going to first roll a d6 to see if I recharge my breath weapon. I do not. So I'm going to have Sing. I'm going to say, Sing, help out our good friend, the mithril dragon. Sing's going to fly forward and use its bite attack on the lightning thing.
Okay.
Okay, so that is, it hits 21.
A 21 hits.
Okay, so it's going to take 8 piercing damage plus 1 cold damage.
Okay. Why did that stop?
We're just rolling ones on damage dice, huh?
Yeah. It said 8 piercing and 1. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, as you watch this void dragon fly down and bite at this lightning.
Should I roll a d20 for Bane and Unluck?
You should.
For the Wild Magic Surge? Okay. So this one's for Bane. That's a 17. And Unluck, 15.
Okay. And sorry, I have to. It's if you roll a 1. Okay.
Yep. And that's my turn.
Okay. And Taza. It's a d6 that Taza rolls.
All right. How many
you can add.
times must I tell you to not leave your tea leaves in my cup? It's a form. I just start wandering off, talking to the wind, which is actually just my badger grandmother.
Norg's voice rings out. Taza, what are you doing? This is no time for conversations about tea.
There always time for conversations about tea. Norg, go to your room.
Oh. And Norg turns and I'm assuming starts fighting the lightning again.
It just like starts like spiraling around, especially because he's just a giant conduit to lightning. He's mithril. He's made of mithril.
Wait, hold on. Is the d6 for the Bardic Inspiration die?
No. He has to roll.
For something else? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He has to roll a 1d6 in order, and it needs a 5 or 6 in order to roll a save against this euphoria.
No. Okay.
Trix's breath weapon is just forcing people to be high. And usually friends.
Yeah. Yes, and Taza has probably experienced this many times, so it's very comfortable. It's a good state to be in.
I'm imagining Taza like putting his arm around one of these vine creatures almost.
Here, I've brought a banana for you, and it's a river rock. It's good to eat it. It's your vitamins. Norg is gonna go ahead and make a multi-attack though, or at least attempt to, on the angrily so on the lightning creature.
Okay.
Let's see. So that is bite attack is a d20 plus. These are all d20s plus 6s. So bite attack is, oh, good grief, is a 10. Claw
10
attack is an
misses.
18. Claw attack is a
18
21.
hits. The claw attacks both hit.
Okay, so that's 32 points of slashing damage, plus the target loses 3 hit points from bleeding for
At the beginning
6
of their turn.
rounds. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I believe that is Taza's turn.
Yep.
Okay. Puck, it is over to you as you watch all this. You flew up following Elion, who just yelled out for some reason that you don't know if it's because of the lightning and everything that's happening or something else. But you do see all your friends fighting below, except for Taza, who's having fun.
A Puck size.
Tricks, just hide and don't do anything, please.
So Trix is going to as their bonus action, I guess, go into invisibility mode.
Okay.
Because they have superior invisibility and they are very small and quite weak. So hiding is best for them in combat circumstances. My gosh. I'm only kind of sorry. Puck, seeing as how the lightning thing is just scary, very big light. We're gonna skip that, and Puck is gonna go to one of the vine creatures, whichever one is closest. I've got 30 flying speed, so whichever one they can get to, and I'm gonna be like,
Hey, you really, really shouldn't attack my friends. That's a bad idea.
and going to start attacking with my hands.
Little tiny monk.
Yeah, it's just like
I will square up. Don't talk.
don't hurt my friends. Oh gosh. 21 to hit.
It hits.
Great. For 2 bludgeoning damage.
Mhm.
Don't hit my friends.
Yeah. It hits him square on the leaf.
Yep.
That fine.
Okay. And just hiding for Trix.
Just hiding for Trix. And then yeah, I'm just gonna keep it there because I only have a couple more key points.
Okay. And Donick, it's your turn.
Right. Okay. So, I'm gonna look at the lightning. Look at the vines. Look at the lightning. Look at the vines. Vines. I'm gonna roll a d6 to see if Khan's breath weapon recharges. It does not.
It does not.
You think what I'm thinking? I look at Khan and I just say, "Wing it." And as my action, I'm going to activate my feet.
Okay.
So we have of one mind and we have elemental burn. So as a bonus action, so as an action, I can activate my connection a number of times equal to my proficiency that lasts for an hour. So I have elemental burn and of one mind. I can channel my dragon's power on my attacks, And while my dragon and I are engaged with the creature, we both get advantage.
Okay.
So we're going to charge towards one of the vine creatures. And
The one that Puck is fighting, or one of the others?
Let's go with the one Puck is fighting, right? Take down one at a time. That makes sense.
Okay.
I'm going to... That's my action. So I think all I have is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
To activate one mind, do I need to use that bonus action as well?
Done
to physical.
It would be... It's when you hit, you can use a bonus action to add that damage to it. So it's anytime you hit, almost like smite, where you use a bonus action to add the damage.
I'm talking about of one mind.
Am I? Yeah. Am I?
It's for advantage.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I meant to put as a bonus action on there. That's actually just a mistake. It's while you're engaged.
Okay. So I'm going to Thunderous Charge then and try and hit it with a short sword attack.
Okay.
11 to hit the vines.
11 misses.
Yeah, of course it does. I let out a thunderous battle cry and a miss. And then I'm going to have Khan's going to bite it, I think.
Okay.
D20 plus 5. That's 8.
Oof.
Nope, that misses too.
Wow.
We like
feel...
wing it, dude. We slap wings. And then we both go on either side of the vines and just overshoot it by a foot.
Amazing. Let's see. Okay. Yue.
Okay. How bad are the 3 vine creatures and the lightning looking?
The lightning is like sort of flickering out, almost struggling to stay around. The vines have had virtually nothing happen to them.
Okay. Does it seem like the lightning's in charge of the vines? Or can I not tell?
Why don't you roll real quick an Arcana check?
Would that use my action?
No.
Okay.
No, that's gonna be a free action.
Okay, give me just 1 second to do that. Okay, Arcana, here we go. That's an 8.
Yeah, you can't pick up if there's anything.
That's fine. The lightning seems the most dangerous, so I'm just gonna sort of shout out, this is not a good situation. Taza's head is still up in the clouds. We need you, my friend. You're powerful, but Donnic, it's all on you. And as a bonus action, I give Donnic a d6 Bardic Inspiration die. And as my action, I am going to Chromatic Orb these suckers. At first, you know what? Why not? At second level, I'm going to Chromatic Orb the lightning thing. Because I really want it to die. I just want it out of here. So I'm going to cast it at... Okay. That's an attack roll, I think.
It is.
Yep. So let me do that real fast. Roll d20 plus 7. 23, does that hit?
23, very much so hits.
Okay, so that is going to be 4d8 cold damage, and I am going to use, just to make sure I really want this thing dead, I'm going to use Breath of the Dragon. I can change the damage type of a single spell I cast on my turn, Chromatic Orb, to cold, and I also get to roll 1 extra damage dice. So it's going to be 5d8 cold damage. Yep, 23.
23. Yeah, as this cold shoots out from this orb, it almost freezes around the lightning and shatters. And there's just little pieces of like electric ice remaining on the ground. And I would like you to roll a d20.
Oh my god, wait, you're totally right. Okay. It's 11. I've not rolled in that one yet. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
And anything from... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Toss. I realized that I had the whole thing where I'm like, how do I get advantage? Do I need a bonus action? No, we don't. Just happens. And then I didn't roll with advantage once.
Oh, okay. Roll it.
So for the short sword attack. That's another.
Roll 20 has a story that it wants to tell.
The dice have spoken.
It's not ours. It's not our story either.
The dragon itself also, Khan also gets.
Yep.
What the heck?
What's its bonus?
It's +5, so that's 13 to hit.
That misses.
Of course it does. Of course it does. So we did both overshoot by a foot, and then we
Oh my
tried
God.
again, and we still come on. Okay.
No.
And-
Yeah, Sing's gonna do some fun stuff here. Please come up my character sheet. All right, that's going to be. Is the lightning dead or is it like almost dead?
It seems dead.
Okay, it's dead. So
Yeah.
Sing is going to first roll d6 to see if I recharge. Yes, it recharges.
Nice.
So Sing is going to swoop down. I'm gonna have because I'm riding Sing. We're gonna swoop down to where the 3 elemental like vine creatures are, and I'm gonna say to Sing, "All right, let's help out our friends." Like we practiced the latest iteration of our most incredible act. Hold them in place, Sing. Make them remember this blocking. And Sing is going to use gravitic breath. So exhale a 15-foot cube of powerful localized gravity originating from within Sing. Which means falling damage in the area increases to 1d10 per 10 feet fallen. And when a creature starts its turn within the area or enters it for the first time in its turn, or in a turn rather, including when the dragon creates the field, it has to make a DC 13 dex save.
Okay. So you do have a couple friends around one of these vine creatures.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's okay.
you can keep them in it.
That's fine
Or-
because two of them have my proficiency. 2 of them have my bardic inspiration die if they want to use it on their saves.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, so it specifically for you, Donick and Puck. And Puck, I feel like you would feel this the most given. Oh, you both fly, actually. That's perfect. You would just feel the pull of the earth around you as this breath exhales. Did they need to make a save right now? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Including when the dragon creates the field. So that's a DC 13. It's pretty low. Dex save.
Dex save. Come on, loading. No.
Does that
not
include
going to?
us?
Yes.
Yes, whoever's within melee of the vine creatures.
21.
10.
Do you want to use the bardic inspo and or the guidance we just got for
The
that?
guidance won't help because it's DC what, 13?
13.
I'll use the guidance. 12.
12, so close.
The bardic inspiration would help.
Yeah, let's use
Yeah,
that
even if you
too.
roll a 1.
Thank you,
Alright.
Nat. Thank you for rolling a 5 now.
Okay, sorry, my roll
Yep.
20 frozen, so I lost all my character sheets. So
Oh, no, you're good.
there we go. It's back. Dex saves.
Yep,
1,
DC 13.
2,
That's fine.
3.
Okay.
Should
So
our
2
dragons
fail.
Roll dex saves as
2
well.
fail. Okay.
Yes, your dragon would have to as well.
Okay, what do you
Oh,
got?
boy.
Dex. Saving throws. Dex +2. Nice. You got.
Oh, there it is. It's
18.
16.
Yeah, +2, 18.
Okay. And what's the result of that fail?
I'll just drop it in chat.
Oh.
So on a failure, you're restrained. On a success, your speed is halved.
Okay. So 2 of these creatures seem completely stuck in their movements. The one that, Donick and Puck are fighting, and one of the others, another seems slowed down and is moving towards you. From the edge of kind of the forest that's around this waterfall, this hooded individual with almost white skin, like this bluish white skin, pupilless, irisless eyes that are blue. The robes they have are gray, very plain. Just steps out and starts watching you all. And we're gonna have to find out what happens next week on Into the Mysts. All right.
Boo!
Hey, chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us and having fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a blast. I hope you 4 had a blast. Thank you so much for lending your talents and everything. Why don't one more time you all say who you are, where people can find you, like the professional streamer that I am. I forgot to make commands for y'all, but we'll get that next week. But let's start with Connie. Tell the people who you are, what you do, where they can find you, all that good stuff. Connie.
Oh, sorry. I must have not have heard that part. Hey, everyone. I'm Connie. Pronouns are they, he, and she. You can find me on Twitter, Patreon at by Connie Chang. That's BYCONNIECHANG. When I'm not here being a disaster sorcerer bard, Jiang Yue, I am the GM and producer behind Transplanar RPG, which is an all transgender, people of color led, 100% homebrew Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition live streamed actual play campaign set in an original non-colonial anti-Orientalist world. If that's interesting to you, we stream Saturdays at 3 p.m. U.S. Central Time right here on Twitch at Transplanar RPG. We also drop podcast episodes Tuesdays way early in the morning if you prefer to consume actual play content through podcasted form. Just get us wherever you pod your cast, Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, wherever and whenever. We also have a new mini-series we're in the middle of called The Hounds of Mercy versus Mercy 7 Evil X's and all of Endake, featuring an all-trans, all-BIMPOC slate of guest stars playing the Hounds of Mercy, a grumpy, queer, gay, emotionally troubled monster hunting group.
Amazing.
Traveling across our homebrew world, trying to find their leaders, evil X's, and defeat them. And with that, I'll pass along introductions to someone else.
All right, Gnome.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me. This was great. I wish I could be as high as Taza. Honestly, just jelly of that. But yeah, my name is Gnome. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at GnomeMedic. I do TTRPG things and TTRPG spaces. Right now it's actually pretty chill. I'm here Thursdays, which is like coffee time. Like, oh my gosh, it's so weird playing during the day, but it's kind of nice. You can catch me over on my channel on Friday evenings, where we're going to be playing Hyperlight Drifter. And then every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings over on my Twitch channel, you can join myself and I point over here, but I think on screen they're over here, Eris Savad, where we wake the... Oh, can we swear on this channel?
Yeah.
You could wake the fuck up with us in the mornings, talking about TTRPG things and basically whatever else we want to talk about. So yeah, that's where I can find me.
Yeah. Norden Ali.
Hey, my name is Nordin Likadir. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me online on most social medias at Werewolf Feels. And that includes my Twitch channel where I play games. I'm in a lot upcoming things in a lot. So this Saturday, you can catch me in 2 different games. We're rerunning the 8th episode of Mage over on Roll For It. If you want to catch the earlier episodes of that, you can find that on the YouTube channel. You can watch for absolutely free. In the evening, I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, sorry, on Gehenna Gaming's channel, we're playing a game of Call of Cthulhu, but in this game, Cthulhu is a mummy, the mummy, from that series of movies. I'm playing with some fantastic folks. Yeah, a one-shot supporting Rain. So if you want to come in and support a good charity and watch some really cool folks try and go up against a mummy, might be the game for you. It's only a one-shot. Saturday night. Mondays, you can find me on Gehenna Gaming's channel again, playing a game of Monster Hearts 2 with a cast of Gehenna Academy. You can also find me on Loading Ready Run at approximately the same time. Let's pretend that's not happening. Where I'm playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons called Alabaster Kingdom. That one's pre-recorded, so you can find that on the YouTube channel if you're a live watching person, want to watch Gehenna, or the opposite. You can find them both on YouTube eventually. So you can watch one and then VOD the other. And then you can find me back here on Thursdays. There's a bunch of other stuff coming up, so you can find all of that, all the things I'm doing, nordenalikadir.card, CARRD.co.
Awesome.
That's it.
Do all the things. I love it. And Eris.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Eris Savad. My pronouns are she, her. I sew things, like you can see my sewing machine in the back. I also make jewelry. You can find the things that I make at erissavad.com. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stitched by Eris. You can find me on Twitch, streaming on my own channel randomly, and also on TikTok as Eris Savad. That's a new thing. Yeah,
TikTok is such a scary world.
it is. But I think I actually kind of like the format. I don't know. It's growing on me. I've already made a couple videos. It's fun. Yeah, I hang out with Gnome on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, just like he said. And then you can find me here. I don't have anything else that I care to talk about at the moment, but chaos reigns in this corner, so you never know where I'm going to pop up.
And I'm Steven. I am the GM of this game and all the other games that happen on the Fateforge Academy channel for now, but that is changing. I run a 5e podcast that is set in the same world as this. That is a magic school. If you like magic schools, who doesn't? This one is a turf-free magic school, which is our favorite kind. And yeah, if you want to continue to support these wonderful people, make sure you go follow them on all the things that they just plugged. Thanks, Chris, for throwing all their links up. I really appreciate that. Shout out to mods who work super hard. But we also posted a link where you can help support us and this show and others. We have the finale of The Secrets Below, which is a Kobold Press stream that we've been doing, going through the Scarlet Citadel, which is their dungeon crawl that they just recently released. That's next week on this channel next Wednesday. And then we'll be back here on Thursday. And sometimes there's some editing stuff. If you want to see the behind the scenes of what goes into making an actual play podcast, I do a lot of editing podcasts, partially because it helps me stay focused and because I think a lot of people like to see what actually happens behind the scenes, because we don't just sit around and play games and then boom, a podcast happens. We are going to go raid DM Jazzy Hands. Wonderful creator, playing some Mass Effect right now. So stay tuned for that. Give a lot of love in his chat. And we will see y'all next week. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.